so you're just getting started with CrossFit, here are some workouts you can try if you want to start to get into CrossFit and incorporate it within your training, or this can be if you're a complete beginner to fitness or CrossFit. First of all, I'm going to go through the different types of workouts you can do, and then some of the different exercises you need to master before you can start incorporating more complex exercises into your training. First of all, we do workouts in CrossFit called EMOMs. That's E-M-O-M. Every minute on the minute. This is a really good workout to see where your fitness has progressed to. For example, I like doing burpees every minute on the minute for 10 minutes. I first of all started off at 10 burpees every minute on the minute. You can do 5 burpees every minute on the minute. And a burpee is the exercise where it's similar to a press up, going all the way, chest touching the floor, then you bring your legs up and then jump all the way up into the air. That counts as 1 rep. You can do that, so you do 5 burpees on the first minute, then rest for the remainder of that first minute, and then as soon as it hits minute 1, so 60 seconds, then you do the next 5 burpees. Then you rest for the remainder of the second minute until it hits 120 seconds, then you do the next set of 5 burpees and do it like that. It's a good way of seeing how your fitness progresses, because then you can test yourself again on the same workout about 2 months time and see if you're able to do 6 burpees every minute on the minute. Always start off with a number you know you can achieve and then try and really push yourself sometimes. It's good sometimes to fail on a workout to know where your limits are. So you would fail at an EMOM if you weren't able to complete the desired amount of repetitions in the minute. So if you had 10 burpees to do in the minute and you weren't able to do it until the next minute hit to start the next set, then you'd have to drop down the number you're doing. So that's an EMOM. You can do that with any exercises. The next style of workout we do in CrossFit are called chippers. Yeah, let me go down the chippy. If only it was to do with fish and chips. Chippers are basically when you have a few different exercises and you do them in a row, all basically for time. That means you're trying to complete the exercises and the number of exercises and the number of repetitions as fast as you can. An example of a chipper I did recently was 100 wall balls followed by 80, I think, toes to bar, then 60 sit-ups, then 40 burpees, and then 20 lunges or something like that. Again, that's a really good one for testing how you can perform exercises under fatigue. But again, if you're new, it's just a good way of knowing what you need to do. Right, I've got this workout to complete, and then when you've done it, you've done a good 20-25 minutes of solid hardcore exercise, and it really gets your heart rate up. And it's a good way of testing yourself and pushing yourself a little bit to see if you're good at working with a very high heart rate, and it tests you mentally as well about how far you're going to push yourself. In CrossFit as well, we also do range of motion workout of the day, and that's less intense. I don't do it often enough. I do recommend you guys try and do it 2 to 3 times a week, which is what I'm trying to aim to do. And it's where you do certain flexibility movements that's going to help with movements in CrossFit and fitness. For example, I believe something called the pigeon pose, I think that's what it's called, is really good for stretching out the glutes, the hamstrings, IT band, and getting you into a good position for the bottom of a squat. That's one example, but range of motion workouts can vary with the different exercises. You want to do some for upper body, some for lower body. Really good to include within your training to help your body be used to being sat in certain positions, which is an extreme range of motion. Like a good example is somebody who doesn't do any range of motion and flexibility, mobility stuff, tries to sit at the bottom of a squat, is more likely to injure themselves and pull something compared to somebody who does a lot of stretching and their body is used to sitting at the bottom of a squat, that kind of movement and being stretched that much. Partner workouts in CrossFit are always fun, but obviously you need somebody to do it with. And in CrossFit as well, we do a lot of workouts where you're doing gymnastic type movements. And in CrossFit as well, we do a lot of gymnastic type movements such as handstands, handstand walks, handstand press-ups, kipping handstand press-ups, muscle-ups, bar muscle-ups, anything like that. So if you get used to being on your hands, trying to be more balanced in that position, then that's a really good way to start incorporating it into your training. You can just do that even in the lounge at home. If you want to do more CrossFit stuff at home, EMOMs and chippers are really good to do with bodyweight exercises. But the fundamental movements I want you to try and be strong at first are shoulder to overhead movements. So something like a push press, we have a bar here, pushing it above your head, strict, so you're not using your leg momentum and leg drive to get the bar up. Back squatting, front squatting, conventional deadlifting, so you're having the bar by your shins and then you're pulling it up to your hips, and then bench pressing as well. All of that need to incorporate within your training, and hypertrophy training in general. So it's the more bodybuilding style workouts, which is designed to help increase your muscle tissue. It's going to be really beneficial alongside CrossFit to help protect your joints and increase your muscle tissue, so you're able to perform better in the CrossFit workouts. I'm not saying you're going to get really huge, because that depends also on your calorie intake, but it's going to change your body composition for the better by increasing your lean mass and reducing your fat mass. Get strong at those exercises and start incorporating a bit of the EMOMs, the chippers, the gymnastic stuff and the range of motion workouts alongside your training if you are new, and that's going to put you in a really good position to when you eventually join a CrossFit box, or maybe you're just going to go to a few CrossFit classes locally, or even your gym might do some CrossFit style workouts within the conventional gym setting. It'll put you in a really good position for that, so you can feel confident going into those either environments in the CrossFit gym or into those workouts at your conventional gym. Hope this video helped. Make sure you smash the like button, because it really helps to spread the channel to other people. Please subscribe. Download my free weight loss guide in the YouTube description, because it's really going to help you. Let me know if you have any questions by contacting me on social media, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Boom.